What's up, Southeast? This is Matt, and we're here for another week of Life on the Vine, and excited to share with you today. So the truth is that I have to admit that I'm sort of a serial procrastinator, and the worst thing is with TV shows. I've got a list going back all the way to 2009 with Lost of shows that I've been meaning to watch and have just never gotten around to. And when I think about what I want to be like in my life, I want to be the kind of person who doesn't necessarily always push things off, but who does things right when they come around. For instance, I hear all this buzz about what's going on with different TV shows today, like Ahsoka and all these different things, and I can't have these conversations because I have no idea what's going on. And so I think about that in my spiritual life and how I want to be more like the Ethiopian eunuch in Acts chapter 8. So what happens is Philip, a disciple of Jesus, goes out into the desert and meets a Ethiopian eunuch. And I want to read to you what happens here. Basically, he finds the eunuch reading a passage of Isaiah, and the eunuch says to Philip, I don't really understand what I'm reading. And basically Philip explains to the eunuch that the one who was led as a sheep to the slaughter and as a lamb before the shearer, the one who doesn't open his mouth and the one whose judgment was taken away is Jesus. And the eunuch says, tell me, who is this? Who is this person? And Philip began to preach Jesus to him. Now, what I love is the Ethiopian eunuch's response to this is that when he tells him this is Jesus and this is what's going on, he doesn't go, well, let me take a minute to think about this, or I should probe this more. Now, that's a good idea a lot of times, but what I love about the eunuch is that his response goes, look, water, I should get baptized right now. And Philip says that if you believe with all your heart, you may. And then the eunuch answers and says, I believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. And so the eunuch wasn't afraid or worried that he might not be good enough. He wasn't ready to drag his feet. He was ready to go. And when I think about myself and, for instance, like the TV shows that I was talking about, I always think, oh, well, when I get this done, or when I get that done, or when I get more time, or I make all of these qualifications. And the eunuch didn't make any of these qualifications. He wasn't waiting for God to do something in him. He was ready to go where God was going. And our spiritual lives need to be like this. Here's the real moneymaker application to this, is that God doesn't call the qualified, God qualifies the called. And that's just a fancy way of saying that God doesn't want us to wait around until we feel like we're ready. There are so many of you who are thinking God is calling them to a next step in their lives, but think, oh, I've got to get this together, or I got to get that together. And I think it would be really great for us to follow the example of the Ethiopian eunuch and just be ready to go and to say in our lives, look, there's water. Why don't I get baptized right now? And so it's my prayer that we wouldn't wait till we would be good enough. So as you go through this week, may you be ready. May you not wait to try to be good enough, but know that God is calling you to do something right now in your life. And I pray that you might be expectant and ready to do what God calls you to do. Have a great week.